Hello, hi. It is I, the man who has drunk the coffee. Anyways, today we're gonna go over Time Worn Spire. Yay! So, uh, just like the previous weapon we went over, this one surprised me a bit, but it surprised me in a, hey, that's a unique thing type of way, as opposed to where I honestly believe that the previous weapon could be used in, uh, most situations. Uh, until this thing gets its damage buff, I don't see it being used in almost any situation. But the traits are quite unique. Anyways, make sure I go to the right thing. Bam. Alright, going back to the minor DPS because that's importante. So, obviously it's a scout rifle. It's an aggressive frame scout rifle. If you see these numbers, holy shit, duh, it's terrible. It is literally the worst as far as, again, we're looking for ad clear, right? So this blue number. Let's say for some reason you're not looking for ad clear, which, all right, it is a scout rifle. Maybe you want like more single target damage stuff, right? That's when I look at burst damage. So let's look at it compared to everything else. 400, right? Nothing, nothing is 400. It is absolutely horrible. And when you get to elite damage, major damage, yellow bar damage, there's no difference. It's just as bad. It's absolutely terrible. So the flat, I believe 30%. Don't quote me on that. The flat damage buff that they're supposed to be giving it is needed. I don't even care how much you give it. Anything at this point would be helpful. It is the worst as far as DPS is concerned. If you want to have a bad time trying to kill things, use this. Now, I wanted to emphasize that before I got into what I do like about the gun, which are the traits. Yeah, so the first thing I wanted to note is that Radiolarian Transposer is good because it getting multiple kills or killing an elite enemy. Basically, that's how these things work. We'll make a little pool on the ground, and that pool on the ground will do constant damage over time. It's like a really small, much shorter, much less damage with a horde. It's just free damage, right? Well, that thing can proc shoot the loot. Yeah, that thing. Shoot the freaking loot. So, if you kill something and then you make the pool, then you'll automatically pick up the ammo. Or if something walks into the pool and dies and drops ammo, you pick up the ammo, which also reloads your gun. Super cool. I believe the same thing should also apply to if you're making orbs of power, but orbs of power don't reload your weapons, which I think sucks. I think if they made orbs of power when you pick them up or shoot the loot, reload your weapon, this would be the best perk in the game, which is probably why they didn't do it. And the reason why that would be the case is because all you do is put a mod on your helmet, bam, you have an easy way to reload all of your guns during ad clear. Done. Anyways, um, outside of shoot the loot, you really only have a couple of options that like matter. Strategist again, that's just for the utility of being able to get your class ability back. Dual loader. The way this gun works, right? It already reloads 2 bullets at a time. So if you put in dual loader, I'm pretty sure you reload 4 at a time. I'm not gonna fight this. Through movie magic, we're gonna check this out. So first, I'm gonna show you. I shoot twice. I was at 12. Reload. Oh, shit. Okay, max 15, right? Shoot twice. Back to max. One reload. Now here comes the movie magic. Bam. So before we would shoot one, two, and we would reload. Both of them were one, shoot twice, 4 times. I reload once. Done. So regular dual loader will put 3 bullets in per shot. Enhanced, like I have here, will put 4 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. Reload twice because you go from 14 to 15. So this is much better. If you were to empty the clip, it's gonna take a second. 4, 8, 12, max. It's way faster than 2 at a time, right? So if you were looking to be using this for any kind of like sustained DPS, something that's going to require you to get a bunch of kills over and over, like actual ad clear, this is a A1 pick. If you didn't want to go with the uniqueness of shoot to loot, which I think I might prefer, but either way, I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. Now, the other one would be Hill Clip. This would be really good with Hill Clip because you have to get a kill and reload so often, but realistically, because it takes you so much to have to shoot, it's just not going to be a good time. Um, we'd have to check it again after they give it the damage buff to see how many shots it takes and how that feels and yada yada. But I'm not using Hill Clip on this thing. And 4 times the charm sounds great until you realize that you're gonna be taking 8 years to reload. So honestly, I think your real only options here are shoot, dilute, and dual loader, and that's even in base game because it may take 2 shots to kill somebody in base game right now. And if it takes 2 shots to kill, that means that's 1 reload per shot. And if you have dual loader, you can kill 2 people and then reload. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more shoot and dual loader seems to be the only options here, despite the cool perks, to be honest. And then here I love the new high ground. High ground now procs just like Swashbuckler or Adrenaline Junkie or Rampage. You get 1 kill, you get a stack. But if you're on a higher ground, then 1 hit will immediately get you to max stacks. Max stacks in PvE equals 25% damage increase. So all you gotta do is be higher than whatever you're shooting. Just standing on something higher than something you're shooting. Bam. 25% damage increase. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be one of the new best damage traits in the game because of its ease of use. We talked about this on the previous gun. In the end game, you always want stuff that procs without you having to get a kill, if at all possible, because you're not always going to be able to kill stuff. And 25% damage increase is really good for you to just be standing on top of something or killing things. It's optional. This is a great perk after the change. Before the change, I don't know if I would have touched it, but now, amazing. Which means to me, precision instrument is not worth your time because I think that high ground can do the same thing but faster. Although you do have to be at high ground, you could just kill things and eventually get there as well. Also, it's not hard to like find a box or something to stand on and then shoot one thing and bam, right? Versus precision instruments, huge. That you for precision instrument to work, you have to be dealing damage, and if you miss a shot, it'll reset everything. And you got 6 stacks instead of the 3. So this is much higher risk, but it's equal reward because both are 25%. Yeah, so if you're looking at these, to me, this is the battle of the in-game perks. High ground and precision instrument, high ground wins. Especially on a scout rifle where you could be really far away, still doing max damage. So never really choose precision instrument for PvE here. Incandescent versus desperate measures here. This would be at level, the at level battle, in my opinion. Incandescent wins. Incandescent is so useful in that you can possibly cause an ignition in the general ad clear. Just giving guns AoE that don't have AoE is just so good. The only time I would pick desperate measures over it is if I was just really, really wanted to turn this gun into or turn a gun into a single target monster. But this is a fucking scout rifle. we need ad clear because we don't want to be shooting this thing more than we have to. Um, Also, distant measure works generally well just in any kind of ability build whatsoever. Abilities are good at every facet of the game, so distant measure is always a solid trait. It's just I think incandescent makes more sense with this gun. Yes, I have a thingy here. Its stats compared to its peers. Um, it has better range, like better base range, which isn't super important on scout rifles. Um, it is in the middle on stability. It is worse in every other stat to some degree, which does suck, but it's because it's easy to acquire compared to long arm, which you get from a dungeon, and last right, which you get it from the kiosk now, the exotic kiosk. Also the what do you call it? Recoil direction. This shit shoots flat sideways, bro. This shit's weird, honestly. Watch. What the fuck? Sideways, bro? What the hell? So if you wanted to use this thing in PvP, I would recommend a counterbalance stock because you're probably going to want to max out your stability everywhere else because scout rifle you don't really need more range necessarily, and the stability help you stay on target. A counterbalance stock because once you do that, it's basically vertical. At least the first couple shots are vertical. One, two, three, and see it jumps after that third shot. And it takes about four to kill, four headshots to kill, no, three to kill on this archetype. So one, two, three, they're dead. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this thing. Um, it's neat. Again, it surprised me with its possible utility. I am gonna be swapping back to shoot the loot just because I think I want the uniqueness, not necessarily the goodness. Because I'm probably never gonna use this thing anyways, despite how cool it is. Um, and at least until they buff the damage on it, cause my God. So I guess I'll see you guys later.